YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so today, Smell good, family, I have something new for y'all. A revamped house, a very low-key niche house in the community that doesn't get a lot of love and a lot of conversation, but they are absolutely a fantastic line. And my friends over at So Avant-Garde, they reached out to me. They say, hey D, the House of Gravel has revamped their presentation to the world, and we would like to ship you the first 4 fragrances what they're revamping. And I said, of course. So I'm not new to the House of Gravel. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite, fresh rose oud scents comes from them. And this is the older style bottle before we get into the newer style. And this one is called Across the Ocean. It's based on the perfumer's experience in New York City at some point in time. I don't know if it's all the way back in 1957, around when the house was established, I believe, but this is a really good underrated rose oud citrus freshie, kind of similar how I talk about Azaha's Adar, but this one is a little bit more intensified for sure. So we have Across the Ocean here. This is my first introduction to the house. Now the new presentations look a lot similar, but a little bit more sleeker, and we're going to get into those in just a second. So I have 4 fragrances that we're going to get into today. And like I said, Gravel, they are really good on that kind of signature scent style DNA. And all 4 of these fragrances that we're going to be discussing today have those, all right? So, but before we get started, you can head over to So Avant-Garde if you're interested. They have samples available, discovery sets available, and of course the fragrances available. You can use my code DEDRICK10, save you 10%. And I've tried these fragrances. I haven't worn all of them out yet. I have been testing for the last week with these fragrances, and I do have something. I think they do have something for a fragrance lover, especially when you're talking about signature scent style fragrances, day-to-day vibes. This new lineup from Gravel has a lot to offer. All right, so let's go ahead and tap in. Up first, we're going to go with Gravel's Old Desire. I like how they do, every one of them has like Old Desire, Old Dominance, Old Evolution. Like that's the kind of theme they're going on. So here's the new packaging from Gravel. This is one of them, very beautiful. That blue, though, it kind of slides out here, boom. And you get you another box here, very nice. They've upgraded this for sure. For sure. The previous packaging was not like this at all. And then it opens up, and I just like the new sleek, simplistic style to the fragrances. So this is Old Desire. Old Desire, very nice, sleek. It kind of reminds you of the bottle styles of the Essential Parfums, but this, yeah, they're very similar. But the cap on these kind of goes snug. They don't snap into place. And they do have the notes on the back of the fragrance, and I do like that. So we're going to get into Old Desire right now. Now I have a lot of experience with testing fragrances on skin. I don't have to do that this video because I've been testing them on skin for the past week. So we are going to, and plus I have something on to get ready to go work out after this video. So let's get into Old Desire from Gravel. A couple sprays on the test strip here. And man, this is probably my favorite one. It does remind me of one of my favorite fragrances from Electimus, though. It does, but it is different. It is different. And I think the note of cloves is a note that just stands out no matter what. This is very fresh. It is has a bite to it, a little bit of spice, beautiful fruity opening. This mango, pineapple, bergamot, collision in the opening it makes you pause for a second on how good it is. Gravel's blends and qualities are really nice. You don't get anything messy or anything, as a turnoff in the opening of their fragrances, But this one does remind me a little bit of Electimus Sylvanus, which is like a musk clove oud style scent. Very unique, very different. And so is Old Desire. But the separation is the opening. And I love the opening on this more than the Electimus. It's kind of up in the air which one I like better because I was so taken aback here. Fresh, clean, fresh, spicy fragrance that you can wear every single day. Going to read the notes, and again, the notes are on the back, so I don't have to reach for my phone here. But versatile, everyday wear fragrance, like for sure. All right, so top notes: bergamot, cypress, saffron, nutmeg, pineapple, and mango. Wow. In the heart, violet, I think it's called hyacinth, I think. Cumin, clove, and patchouli. In the base, amber, moss, more patchouli, musk, and vetiver. To me, very much so a grown man scent. Just testing this off skin. Actually, this might be my scent of the day today. So on the weekly rotation, I'll probably be able to give y'all a full rundown of its performance on a full day. Most of my days are around 9-10 hours, but I tested this for about half of that. I spray it on the inside of my arm and I just kind of let it roll throughout the day. And the projection on these are great. The sillage on these are great. It appears that this is going to be a very a very good performer easily. That's what it appears in my testing phases with this fragrance, man. So extrait de parfum concentrations, again, similar to something that I have experienced before, Sylvanus from Electimus, and I really love Sylvanus. So I know, my love will continue to grow for Old Desire, but I'll be able to, I'll check back with y'all, on performance and everything. But again, if you have Sylvanus and you're wondering what's the big difference between the two, it's the opening here. That pineapple, mango, citrus, really inviting opening that you get here. It's really nice. This is my favorite of the 4, and we have 3 more to discuss that are really good. Again, signature scent worthy, everyday wear, really any occasion you want. I wouldn't wear this like to the beach, but even during a hot summer day, if I'm moving around, I definitely wear this because it has the right amount of freshness, even with the clove note, which really stands out. The clove and patchouli really comes out later in the scent with my experience thus far, but that doesn't bother me at all. Why? Because it's like that fruity element of the fragrance tags along with it. Like the clove doesn't just stand alone and the patchouli doesn't stand alone. It's like that mango pineapple effect hangs around a good bit of what I've experienced thus far with the fragrance. So Old Desire, I definitely recommend this for those who are looking for a complex freshie, a complex signature scent. You're not looking for the traditional blue shower jelly scent. You want to kind of stand out amongst your peers or stand out amongst, hanging out, or, this could, warrant compliments and conversation. So Old Desire from the house of Gravel, really, really good. My favorite of the brand new 4, just really, 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 really nice for sure. All right, up next we have Old Dominance. Old Dominance. All right, again, another extrait de parfum here. And if I remember, is this the leather one? It might be the leather one. Yes, this is a leather freshie. That's what this is, man. And I was really taken off guard. Honestly, I don't recall a leather freshie fragrance. I just don't. I have fragrances that are fresher with the note of leather, but this one right here is really, really, really nice. And we have from Gravel, we have Old Dominance. Old Dominance. What you get here? Some pink pepper, bergamot, mandarin, salty notes, leather, musk, vetiver, oud, oak moss, and ambroxan, which really stands out with this fragrance. And we're going to get this on a tester here, and off the atomizer. The leather settles really nicely here. And this is grown man freshie here. This is not a play scent. Even though when you read, when you hear some of the notes, you're kind of like, okay, that's a nice blend. But in the opening, very salty citrus. And again, these fragrances are not like your everyday signature scents. They do have a great deal of complexity. And I definitely encourage checking out the brand. If you're at your journey, at the point in your journey right now, where you're looking for something different, all right? Not to say nothing else about, basic scents or blue fragrances or freshies that you have deemed, basic. There's nothing wrong with that. If you love those, I'm not speaking against it. But some of us, like myself, you're always in the hunt for something different, and these fragrances definitely provide that. Off the tester strip, definitely getting a citrus, spiced, a fresh, spicy, leathery, musky representation here. Very good, very masculine. The ambroxan in here roars. Now, I will say, I sprayed a spray on the inside of my arm and inside of my arm, and I went for a run in my neighborhood. And what I was out there, and I usually run for about a good 45 minutes to an hour. While I was out there, this stuff was booming. Yes, I'm outside. My pores are opened up. It's warm outside, hot outside. This fragrance was booming, man. And I ran by a woman. She was walking her dog, and she kind of looked at when I was approaching. She kind of turned and just kind of looked. I don't know if it was just me. I don't know if she was like saying who was behind her, but she just kind of had this look like, is he wearing cologne? Like, that's what the look was like. And I was testing this for sure. And again, the leather in here is really the feature, but it's a fresher leather. And as it dries down, the leather and the ambroxan really do a dance for sure. Now, you can wear this every day. This can be a signature scent for sure, but some people may feel like, I don't think I want to wear this in the summer because of the illusion of what it appears the leather may be trying to do. And what do I mean by that? It appears that this leather is going to become predominantly strong and be the only thing visible or smellable in this fragrance after time. That's not true. The ambroxan definitely plays a role. An ambroxan is kind of that that ambery, woody, almost musky component to a DNA. That gives it the power here, but it also kind of keeps the leather in control, doesn't allow it to get out of control where it comes a obnoxious leathery scent. It does not do that at all. The opening of this is really, really, really nice. And when I first smelled it, I was like, wow, this is a different approach to leather because how fresh it is. And again, signature scent stuff. I won't wear it in the highest of heat if you're going to be outdoors and doing your thing. We have another fragrance that we can wear for that if you're trying to do that. But this right here is really, really, really nice. Great for the office. Hell, I might wear this one today. I don't know. It's going to be between Old Desire and Old Dominance, which one I wear to the office today. Like I said, all year round. It's not these fragrances are not specific to any like certain season. For me, you wear what you want, do what you do. You can do whatever. But for me, I am a seasonal fragrance wearer. And a fragrance like this is going to be a really great option all year round. I work inside, I work indoors. So wearing this in the summer on a hot day, it's not going to be a big deal. So spring, fall, and winter, no brainer. Especially if I'm feeling like, man, I just need something grab and go. And these are going to provide that from Gravel. So Old Dominance is really, really nice. Again, the leather is really featured here. The ambroxan really stands out. Very beautiful opening with that pink pepper, that bergamot, and that mandarin orange. Really, really nice grown man stuff here. Grown man. So for any of my young viewers watching, I'm not sure you're gonna rock with this one like that because of what the leather does. Again, not an obnoxious leather, but a present leather on the fresher side for sure. Old Dominant's really, really good. All right. Up next from the House of Gravel yet again, and I don't think I showed the other casing. I don't think I did. Did I? I think I did for Old Dominance. Up next we have ODL Evolution. Now this one, wow, I was really, really, really feeling this one upon first sniff for sure. I was really enjoying this fragrance. I think this one has the I think it's got an orange blossom big time feature on here. I think it is, but here we are from the House of Gravel. We have De-Evolution, same style bottle for them all. You get bergamot, lime, pink pepper, angelica root in the heart, orange blossom, iris, rose petals, magnolia, tuberose, and cedar. In the base, white musk, amber, benzoin, vanilla absolute, and tonka bean. Man, when I first sprayed this one, I was like, yo, am I in love? Am I in love? And just tremendous. Man, it's white florals, fresh, clean, soapy, and like sparkly citrus up top. But as this dries down, there's this kind of clean, like, I won't say creamy, this clean, semi-sweet musk. I never smelled anything like this before. At first when I smelled it, I smelled the orange blossom and almost kind of like this watery neroli effect to it. But that kind of settled down. It settled down. And, you know, the woods in here really stood out. But then that musk at the in the base, I think it's like the benzoin and the vanilla giving it that semi sweetness. Because woods, musk, and the sweetness really stands out in the base. And again, I tested this fragrance working out. I was doing a calisthenic workout in my garage, and I put on a spray. And that's when I'm working out, I kind of spray my newer fragrances that I'm testing to kind of see what they can do as I'm moving around. And that's just kind of like a inside to me creating a little bit there. But 2 sprays on the inside. This is the most easiest to wear and probably the more attractive scent. So if you're looking for an attractive scent, something that even, I mean, you're gonna stand out, I think, with any of these, but this one is, I ain't gonna say playful, but fun, maybe, playful, fun. But you get, if you love white florals, you're gonna really appreciate this. Damn, today I'm gonna wear one of these gravels. I'm gonna wear one of these gravels today, because like I said, they're signature scent worthy. Fresh, clean, white floral, citrus, and it's starting to really pop up the woods on just the tester strip on skin. These hold true, but they're a little bit more vibrant off of my skin, a little bit more vibrant off of skin. And you know, everybody's experience is different, but man, if you're into white florals, you are going to appreciate this. This is an everyday wear freshie, everyday wear banger for sure. Easiest to wear out of the 4, definitely easiest to wear. Attractive, clean, fresh, florals, musk, woods, little bit of and that benzoin and vanilla and that's what I love. I guess one of the things I love the most about this fragrance is that the sweetness elements of this fragrance and the base does not take over and just choke out everything else. That's due to the composition of this fragrance and how this fragrance was blended. And this is really, really good. All of these are good. In my honest opinion, I gave all of these like an 8.8 out of 10. Like an 8.8 grab and go fragrances. You know, they have something different than the regular standard freshie, in my opinion. Or signature scent fragrances. They just do. And this one is awesome, man. Gravels, Old Aspiration is really, really nice. Slightly powdery, gets a little slightly powdery as well with that angelica root that is an iris representation for sure. But I don't know, this is good. And this is like a casual day out too. Casual day out. And I think this is the one that's probably the most unisex. Ladies can definitely tap into this one. Ladies, you can definitely tap into this one, okay? All right, and last but not least, wow, what a treat. One of my favorite notes in perfumery that had a brief stint with a particular house, and I haven't really smelled this note before in fragrances like that, like since that experience. And the note of cranberry is in this fragrance, along with some other standout notes. And what am I talking about? From the House of Gravel, we're talking Old Aspiration. Old Aspiration. Bottle styles are the same, yes. Here's the box. I didn't show the box for Old Aspiration. Very nice, like I said, very nice box here. And then of course the style that it comes into as well when it slides out the box. Very nice. But yes, Old Aspiration, notes of tobacco, bergamot, Davana, cranberry, heart, longberry, osmanthus, toasted tonka bean, dry sandalwood cord, leather, and ginger root. And then musk, and in the base you have musk, tulip balsam, and ambergris. But the cranberry tonka really stands out with this fragrance, man. The tobacco in here is very, I ain't gonna say faint. It's present. You get it, especially in the opening. But it, oh my God, this is borderline sexy, fellas. If you have an agenda and it's somebody, you know, in the office or somewhere casually where you are, and you're not trying to be overwhelming with your fragrance, this is one. The tobacco in here is like a sweet tobacco, a little bit dry, but a little bit sweet tobacco. But the cranberry and the tonka bean here really, really, really stand out. And I really love it. The leather in here kind of pokes his head out and accompanies the cranberry, accompanies the tonka bean here. Very nicely done. Versatile. Again, I wouldn't wear this one in the high heat as well because of what the tonka bean does. And the cranberry, it definitely gives it this layer of sweetness, but it's not overriding the fragrance at all. If you're fans of anything from that Polo Red experience when the cranberry note was featured, then you are going to love this. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, this is better than the original Polo Red. There's a couple of Polo Reds that feature that cranberry, like the Extreme. Maybe a Conversation, I'm not sure. But why I'm so happy to have this is because I do have Polo Red Intense, and it's discontinued. And I have a little bit left. And this kind of puts me in the mindset, minus the coffee, of the Polo Red Intense. But it's fine. The additions of the tonka, the leather, the tobacco really kind of help me. It's going to help me really wear my Polo Red Intense more. And once it goes away, I'll be fine because I have this. Seriously, like, I was so taken aback by that cranberry. Man, it's so nice. Cranberry, leather, tonka. Man, I might wear this today too. I don't know. You could definitely wear this to the office. Like I said, that tobacco is kind of this kind of semi-dry, like, when I say sweet tobacco, if you smoke cigars or you know anything about cigars, you know, no cigar is like sticky sweet like candy. That's not what I'm saying. It's like I had a what was it? A vanilla bean cigar once before, and it doesn't come off like ice cream, but it's like the flavor of the cigar mixed in with, you know, the quality of the cigar gives it this more pleasant experience with the cigar. And that's what I mean with the tobacco here. The tobacco here is, you can tell it's a friendly tobacco. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not dominant or overly masculine. It's not. But this stuff is really, really good. Again, the note of cranberry really stands out. Leather pokes his head out. The tonka bean and cranberry really do a beautiful dance here. Other notes that really stand out with this fragrance, I still have to test it, so I'm not going to kind of go overboard there. But the tobacco, the leather, the cranberry, and the tonka for me are just off memory. And you will be hearing about this fragrance and all of these fragrances as we continue to go on throughout the year. So Old Aspiration is awesome. You love cranberry. You love that Polo Red, the original formulations of Polo Red with that cranberry. Because I have Polo Red EDT and I have Polo Red All Intense, and I'm going to compare this to those. But man, it gives me that feeling. It gives me that feeling for sure. This stuff is awesome. All right, so there you have it. The new and improved House of Gravel. I give all these fragrances like an 8.7, 8.8 out of 10. Beyond serviceable, wearable, signature scent style stuff. Complexity is in these fragrances. They're not your everyday blue or everyday fresh and clean scents. They are not. They have something to offer, and especially if you're on a journey of trying to be different or look into some different things, Gravel, the new brand, is something to look into. So Avant-Garde, Dedrick 10 to save you 10%, samples, discovery set, and full bottles. I think full retail on these are like $220. You can get a discovery set, I think, under $100, and samples for cheaper than that. But I definitely highly recommend, especially if you're a guy that's in the office every day, or you're a guy that's in a business environment where you have to dress up with. I'm not saying suit and tie. I'm not even saying polo and slacks, button down and slacks. Like if you wear a uniform, if you're in a building where you wear your company shirt and your slacks every single day, and you're around people and you're moving around, like these fragrances are for that. And well, I ain't gonna limit them, but you can wear this to a lunch date or a brunch date or an early dinner. Like you can wear this whenever, honestly. Let me stop labeling them. Like you can wear those whenever. They're different, none of them smell the same. And I am impressed with the new build from the House of Gravel. And I was already a fan due to Across the Ocean, but they did a great job there, for sure. Great job. So shout out to Gravel. Y'all check them out. Y'all let me know. Have y'all tried them? Are y'all interested? Let me know down below in the comments. I know this video probably won't be for everybody. Oh, you know, he's not talking. You know, I ain't really into it. Like I said, you know, in 2025 and going on, I'm looking to bring new things to you guys of quality and things that will stand up in a significant way, for sure. And these fragrances definitely do that. All right. So until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. It's positive energy, it's positive vibes. As always, man, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. I appreciate y'all, and thank y'all for watching this long video. But I enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed these fragrances. And stay tuned, we'll be talking about them a lot more in the upcoming future. All right, peace, y'all. Till next time, splack.